Hello everybody and welcome back to Mr. Heins Explains. Today we're going to talk about our last week of grammar concepts for the semester, and that is with colons and semicolons to start. So, semicolons, we're going to start with them. Semicolons, come on, wake up, there we go, semicolons. These mark a break in the sentence. So, these specific words, are the symbols, and they look like this. These are kind of interesting because they are stronger. I don't know why my pen is not working today. They're stronger than commas, which means they have more like ending to commas, but they're not as final as periods. So they're a little bit in between. So we use them when we want to, first of all, join multiple complete thoughts. So those independent clauses. So 12 actresses tried out for the leading role in the musical, semicolon. Hey, only 3 were called back. So we're joining multiple complete thoughts together to form one sentence. Another time is if we are writing out a list. So separating parts of a series or a list where there are commas in a series number. So what I mean by that is, if in letter A here I had the first was from Garfield, comma, Pennsylvania, semicolon. If I have a comma within this entire part of the series, so if I'm saying like this is my first one, if I have a comma within that thing, I need to use the semicolon at the end, okay? If there is no comma within it, then it's just being like, go get me eggs, milk, and butter from the store, then you don't need a semicolon. But if you have a comma within that sentence, that series number, you need a semicolon at the end, okay? And then the third one that we use is before, if you remember, this back from when we did conjunctions. I don't know why it's not picking up my pen, but before conjunctive adverb. Okay, so semicolon, however, comma, the first and third auditioned best. Okay, second one. So that's where we use semicolons. Now we have colons. And colons, which if you remember, are just these. They indicate we are going to start a list, or we're going to start a quotation, or we are starting some sort of explanation coming up next. Okay, so how we use them, the first way, like we said, and this is how we use them in sentences. We're not going to talk about like putting them in verses of like a Bible or another book like that, or putting them in time. We're just going to talk about them in a sentence form. So first of all, if we're going to start a list, we can say, I need the following, colon, eggs, milk, and butter. Okay? Number 2, you're going to put it between 2 independent clauses, so between 2 of those complete thoughts, when the first, not when the first, I want it the other way around, when the second explains the first. So what I mean by that is, in this example, after looking through the refrigerator, the reality was clear, colon, here's my explanation. We need to go to the grocery shopping. Okay? So if you're explaining something in that second clause from the first clause, that's when you use the colon. And last but not least, as with Shakespeare's famous quote, from his plays All the World's a Stage and All the Men Merely Players. They have their exits and entrance, and one man in his time plays many parts. It is introduced by a colon. If you have a long quotation, you introduce it with a colon. All right, on the next slide, there are 6 sentences. I would like you, please, to find the colon or semicolon in each sentence and mark it, and then submit it for a check. And I'll give you some feedback. All right, and I'll see you all in the next video.